There is a moment that arrives for so many of us. It often begins as a quiet hum of dissatisfaction somewhere deep within. You might be approaching your late 20s, maybe you are 27, 28, or even 29. On the surface, everything might seem perfectly fine. You have the job, the apartment, the relationship, the life you thought you were supposed to build. And yet, a persistent question starts to echo in the quiet moments. Is this it? Is this really what I want? This feeling is not a sign that you have failed. It is not a random glitch in your personal matrix. It is a cosmic invitation, a celestial alarm clock ringing to wake you up to a deeper truth about your own life. This period can feel incredibly isolating, as if you are the only one adrift on a vast ocean of uncertainty. You look at your friends, your colleagues, and it seems like they all have it figured out. They are getting promotions, buying houses, getting married, and moving forward with a confidence that feels worlds away from your own internal questioning. But the truth is, this experience is profoundly universal. It is a developmental stage that is as predictable as learning to walk or talk. The universe has a way of nudging us, of asking us to check in with our progress. It wants to know if the foundations we have built our lives upon are truly strong enough to support the person we are becoming. The structure of your life starts to feel less like a comfortable home and more like a restrictive cage. The career path that once felt so promising now seems like a dead end. The relationship that was once your safe harbor now feels like it is holding you back. The choices you made with the confidence of your early 20s are now under intense scrutiny. You might find yourself daydreaming about radical changes, like quitting your job to become a painter, moving to a different country, or ending a long-term partnership. This internal friction, this tension between the life you have and the life that is calling to you, is the signature feeling of a major astrological transit beginning to take hold. It is a sign that you are on the cusp of a profound transformation. This feeling of being lost is not a signal to panic. Instead, it is a call to get incredibly curious about your own life. It is an opportunity to pause and take inventory. What parts of your life bring you genuine joy and a sense of purpose? What parts feel heavy, draining, or inauthentic? This is not about judging the past or the choices you made to get here. It is about honoring the person you are right now and acknowledging that you have grown. The discomfort you are feeling is a powerful catalyst for change. It is the grit in the oyster that will eventually produce a pearl. This is the universe's way of ensuring you do not settle for a life that is less than the one you were born to live. It is the beginning of your Saturn return. In the grand cosmic theater of our solar system, each planet plays a specific role. Jupiter brings expansion and luck. Venus governs love and beauty. Mars fuels our drive and ambition. And then there is Saturn. Saturn often gets a bad reputation in astrology. It is known as the great taskmaster, the lord of karma, the planet of rules, limitations, and responsibilities. It sounds intimidating, and frankly, it can be. Saturn is the celestial teacher who does not grade on a curve. It is the personal trainer who pushes you to do one more rep when you are certain you cannot. Its energy is not about making things easy. It is about making things real, solid, and lasting. Think of Saturn as the master architect of your life. Its job is to ensure that the structures you build, your career, your relationships, your personal integrity, your home, are built on solid ground. Saturn is concerned with reality, not fantasy. It governs time, discipline, and the hard work required to bring your dreams into tangible form. It represents the boundaries that give our lives shape and meaning. While we often resist boundaries, they are essential. A river needs banks to flow to the sea, otherwise it becomes a swamp. Saturn provides the banks for the river of your life, guiding your energy toward a meaningful destination. Its influence is about maturity and growing up. Saturn's lessons are often delivered through challenges and obstacles. It reveals the weak spots in your life by applying pressure. If your career is not aligned with your soul's purpose, Saturn will make your job feel unbearable. If a relationship is built on fantasy rather than genuine connection and commitment, Saturn will expose the cracks in the foundation. This is not to punish you, it is to help you. Saturn's pressure is a diagnostic tool. It shows you exactly where you need to do the work. It forces you to take responsibility for your choices and to build a life that is truly sustainable, a life that can withstand the tests of time. Ultimately, Saturn's goal is your mastery. It wants you to become the authority in your own life. It teaches you the value of delayed gratification, perseverance, and integrity. The gifts of Saturn are not flashy or immediate. They are the deep, quiet confidence that comes from knowing you have built something of value with your own two hands. It is the wisdom earned through experience, the resilience forged in difficulty, and the freedom that comes from living in alignment with your deepest truths. While its lessons can be tough, the rewards are immeasurable. Saturn helps you build a legacy, not of material wealth, but of character. Now that we understand Saturn's role as the cosmic architect, we can talk about its most famous transit, the Saturn Return. In simple terms, a Saturn return is the moment when the planet Saturn returns to the exact same position in the sky that it occupied at the moment of your birth. Because Saturn has a long and slow orbit around the Sun, this celestial event only happens approximately every 29.5 years. The first Saturn return, which occurs in your late 20s, typically from age 27 to 30, is a major astrological rite of passage. It marks the end of your youth and the true beginning of your adult life. Think of it like this. When you are born, Saturn is at a specific degree in a specific zodiac sign in your birth chart. That is your personal Saturn placement. For the next 27+ years, Saturn journeys through all 12 signs of the zodiac, teaching you lessons along the way. As it approaches its starting point, its energy intensifies. It's like a major final exam for the first phase of your life. The universe is asking, what have you learned? What have you built? Are you ready for the next chapter? This period is a cosmic audit, a profound check-in to see if you are living in alignment with your soul's contract. The influence of the Saturn return is not just a single day or week. It is a process that unfolds over a period of about 2 to 3 years. You will likely start to feel its rumblings as you approach age 27, and its lessons will continue to crystallize until you are around 30 or 31. There are also subsequent Saturn returns. The second one occurs in your late 50s, around age 58 to 60, prompting another major life review as you approach elderhood. The third, for those who live long enough, happens in your late 80s. Each return marks a crucial turning point, a time to shed what no longer serves you, and step more fully into your authentic self. So why does this astrological event matter so much? It matters because it is a divinely timed opportunity for course correction. It is a chance to consciously and deliberately build the life you want, rather than continuing to live on autopilot. The Saturn return demands that you take radical responsibility for your happiness and your future. It forces you to confront your fears, your limiting beliefs, and any inauthentic ways of being. It is a powerful, potent, and ultimately supportive transit designed to align you with your true path. It is the universe's way of saying, it is time to become the person you were always meant to be. The energy of Saturn during your return can feel like being in a pressure cooker. The heat is turned up, and there's this undeniable sense that something has to change. But this pressure isn't random, it's actually highly targeted. Saturn will apply its force to the specific area of your life represented by its placement in your birth chart. For some, this might be career and public reputation. For others, it might be relationships, family, or your sense of self-worth. Wherever Saturn is, that's where you'll feel the most intense need for restructuring. The discomfort. It's like a compass pointing you toward the work that needs to be done. One of Saturn's primary lessons is about authenticity. During your Saturn return, anything in your life that isn't built on a foundation of truth will begin to crumble. That's why it can be a period of significant endings. You might end a long-term relationship, quit a stable job, or move away from a city you've called home for years. These endings, while painful, are a necessary clearing. Saturn is helping you make space for what is truly meant for you. It teaches you that letting go isn't an act of failure, but an act of courage. It's an affirmation that you're no longer willing to settle for a life that doesn't feel true. Another key lesson is about discipline and hard work. Saturn reminds us that meaningful achievements require effort. This isn't the time for shortcuts or easy answers. If you want to build a new career, you have to put in the time to learn the skills. If you want a healthy relationship, you need to do the work of healing your own patterns and learning to communicate effectively. Saturn teaches you to show up for yourself day after day, even when it's hard. It asks you to trade instant gratification for long-term fulfillment. The satisfaction you'll feel from building something real and lasting is honestly the ultimate reward for your efforts. Finally, Saturn teaches you about your own authority. This transit is about graduating from being a child in the world to being a true adult. That means learning to trust your own inner guidance system. It means setting healthy boundaries with others and with yourself. It means taking ownership of your choices and your power. Before your Saturn return, you may have looked to others for approval or permission. Saturn teaches you that the only permission you need is your own. It's a profound journey of self-reclamation, where you learn to stand on your own 2 feet and become the sovereign ruler of your own life. The theoretical lessons of Saturn become incredibly tangible during your return. This isn't just some abstract astrological concept. It actually manifests in very real everyday life scenarios. One of the most common areas of renovation is your career. You might have spent your 20s climbing a corporate ladder only to realize at 28 that you're on the wrong ladder entirely. Suddenly, the prestige and the paycheck feel empty. Your Saturn return pushes you to ask, what work would feel truly meaningful to me? What contribution do I want to make to the world? This can lead to dramatic career changes, going back to school, or starting your own business. Relationships also come under Saturn's intense scrutiny. Partnerships that were formed in the experimental phase of your early 20s are now tested for their long-term viability. A Saturn return will force you to confront the truth of your connections. Are you with this person out of comfort and fear of being alone, or is there a genuine, mature partnership that can support both of your growth? This period often brings breakups and divorces, but it also brings profound commitments. Many people get married or enter into serious, lasting partnerships during their Saturn return, having done the work to know what they truly want and need in a partner. Your relationship with yourself is perhaps the most critical area of focus. Saturn asks you to get real about your habits, your health, and your self-worth. You might suddenly realize that the way you've been living just isn't sustainable. This can show up as a newfound commitment to physical health, like finally addressing a chronic issue or developing a consistent exercise routine. It can also be about mental and emotional health, such as starting therapy to work through old wounds, setting boundaries with family, or learning to quiet your inner critic. It's a time for building a foundation of self-respect that will carry you through the rest of your life. Even your physical location and home environment can be up for review. You might feel a deep, undeniable pull to move. This could be a move across the country for a new job or a move out of a bustling city to a quieter, more natural environment. Your home is the physical container for your life, and as you change internally, your external environment often needs to change to match your new frequency. These life changes, whether in career, love, or location, can feel overwhelming and chaotic while they're happening, but they're all part of Saturn's master plan to help you deconstruct a life that no longer fits and rebuild one that is authentically, beautifully yours. While astrology provides a powerful map for understanding your Saturn return, another system called human design can offer a complementary layer of insight. Human design is a synthesis of astrology, the I Ching, the Kabbalah, and the chakra system. It gives you a unique body graph, which is basically like a personal user manual or blueprint for how your energy is designed to operate in the world. It helps you understand your unique decision-making strategy, your innate strengths, and the areas where you're most susceptible to outside conditioning. It's another tool for radical self-acceptance and living in alignment. In the context of a Saturn return, human design can be incredibly validating. Your human design chart highlights your definition, the consistent, reliable aspects of your nature, and your openness, the areas where you're open to the world and can take in wisdom, but also where you can be easily conditioned or thrown off your path. During a Saturn return, the pressure you feel often concentrates in your open centers. Saturn's job is to teach you wisdom in these areas, to help you learn what is yours and what belongs to others. It's a process of deconditioning from societal, familial, and cultural expectations. For example, if you have an open heart center in your human design chart, you might spend your life trying to prove your worth to others. During your Saturn return, the pressure to prove yourself might become unbearable. Saturn is teaching you that your worth is inherent and does not need to be proven. If you have an open sacral center, you might not know when enough is enough, leading to burnout. Your Saturn return might bring a health crisis that forces you to finally learn to rest and honor your energy limits. Human design gives you a specific language to understand these personal challenges, framing them not as flaws, but as opportunities for profound wisdom. You don't need to become an expert in human design to benefit from its wisdom. Simply understanding your type and authority, your unique way of making correct decisions, can be a game changer during your Saturn return. When the world feels chaotic and you're questioning everything, your authority is your anchor. It's your built-in GPS that will always guide you toward the choices that are correct for you. Whether your authority is to respond from your gut, wait for emotional clarity, or trust your intuition in the now, learning to honor it is one of the greatest gifts Saturn can help you solidify. It's all about learning to trust yourself above all other external voices. Knowing that you're in a major life transit is one thing, navigating it with grace is another. The most important piece of advice for your Saturn return is to be incredibly kind to yourself. You're undergoing a profound metamorphosis, and honestly, it's not always a comfortable process. There will be days when you feel lost, sad, or overwhelmed. Allow yourself to feel it all. This is not a time for self-criticism, or for pushing yourself past your limits. It's a time for radical self-compassion. Treat yourself as you would a dear friend going through a difficult but necessary transformation. Give yourself permission to be messy, to not have all the answers, and to rest. This is also a crucial time for self-reflection. Carve out time and space to be alone with your thoughts and feelings. Journaling can be an incredibly powerful tool during this period. Write it all down. The fears, the dreams, the frustrations, the questions. You don't need to find answers, just create a space for honest inquiry. Ask yourself the big questions. What do I truly value? What does a meaningful life look like for me? What needs to be released so that I can move forward? Meditation, spending time in nature, or any practice that helps you connect with your inner voice will be your greatest ally. Seek support, but be discerning about whose advice you take. Surround yourself with people who see your strength and believe in your potential, even when you can't see it yourself. This might be a trusted friend, a mentor, a therapist, or an astrologer who can help you understand the specifics of your own chart. This is not a time to be swayed by the opinions of those who want you to stay small or play it safe. Your Saturn return is your journey, and you must honor the truth that is emerging from within you, even if it doesn't make sense to others. Your intuition is your most reliable guide. Finally, remember that you are not alone in this. Every single person who reaches their late 20s goes through this rite of passage. It is a shared human experience. The challenges you face are not a sign that you are failing, they are proof that you are growing. The pressure you feel is forging you into a stronger, wiser, and more authentic version of yourself. Have courage. Trust the process. The foundations you build now, the integrity, the discipline, the self-respect, will support you for the next 30 years of your life. You are stepping into your power. You are becoming the authority of your own life. And that is a beautiful, powerful thing.